didn't say that.
It's too late. It's already switched over.
No!
It's too late.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Alright, cool. Hey everybody, it is Dungeon Master Benjamin here. With the heart of the game players, we have Mr. Wolf. He is playing Randall the Agile. And we have Ashley playing Navari. And I'm really excited because tonight is episode 13. And this has a lot of significance to me because Joss Whedon is not producing or creating this program. We are not airing on the Fox network, which means we won't be canceled after this.
But
Like
what's
Firefly.
this music behind us?
I'm getting there. Now, as you may have known from our last episode, we now have sound effects and background music, and that is provided by Sirenscape, not a sponsor, by the way. Just we have Sirenscape. It's awesome. I love it. Absolutely think it's one of the best things. Now, that being said, just a few things in geek news and shop news. Obviously, this weekend, your LGS will have Zendikar Rising booster packs and all sorts of awesome stuff. So if you're into Magic the Gathering, please make sure you go to your LGS and pick up some packs, some new budget-friendly EDH decks to enjoy playing that game. Also, if you haven't already picked it up, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, is available also at your local game stores, along with some other pretty cool side product stuff. I know for a fact we are getting some things from Kobold Press tomorrow, such as Deep Magic hardcovers and a couple other books, but I can't remember them. But if you follow Heart of the Game on Facebook, you'll be certain to see me talking them up tomorrow. Yeah, that said, this is episode number 13. So to recap what happened in our last couple of sessions, our players had chased the vampire Lucan to an airship, and despite not being able to find him aboard the airship, they were attacked while in transit by a group of air pirates led by everybody's best friend and nemesis, Sir Garrett Krieg, and his Emerald Claw goons.
Don't
They were
forget
able
how
to
many
do
of those we yeeted off that boat.
And how many I slaughtered?
The body count was high. that is for sure. And Sir Garrett Krieg and his ship were able to do enough damage to the
I have it on
Cloud's Destiny.
Yep.
To send it crashing into the forest. Now, Lucan came out in the last moments of the fight, realizing something was terribly wrong. He was hidden in an extra-dimensional space, which is why nobody could find him. And it's he's regained some control of himself, and has made an alliance, maybe like just a handshake agreement of some sort with the party.
A loose agreement.
A loose agreement.
I
With
don't
the
remember
party
agreeing to anything.
to make a stand, because he, in his possession, has a very powerful artifact that not only would his vampire master returned to the nation of Karnath, but also the Emerald Claw extremists are after that same artifact. And so Lucan and the group are headed towards a Takani temple that is in the wilderness of Thrain, and they're looking to make a stand of sorts to defend the object and potentially return it back to the Silver Flame, who reached out specifically to Randall and Navari to recover this item that they have been chasing for the last several sessions.
They reached out specifically to Randall, who then
Yeah,
So I don't remember being
Shanghai
part of
Navari into
this.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's much more accurate.
Randall could see the disgust on her face when he's like, I got another church mission.
Oh, because the last one was so great.
I don't think you got paid for that one. But that was different because I had agreed to do that without being paid.
Yeah, I don't think I got paid for that.
No, we ended up getting money for selling somebody else's stuff.
True.
So it worked out in our favor anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remembered the thing.
No, I did too.
Did you?
Yeah, that I remembered it because that was one of the first things we brought up was who are we gonna go and turn around to sell this thing to instead of giving it to the person that wanted it
We got
because he was
more
going to
out
consider
of
it even for 25 gold.
Yeah, we got more from it.
Mm-hmm.
My god, but nice music.
Mm-hmm. That's about to change.
Probably. Oh wait, now it's slightly less nice.
Okay. So
Well,
after we
okay.
left off last time, you guys had decided to go along with Lucan to this like ruined temple to make a stand of sorts. And as far as you are, as far as you knew through your insight and your discussions with him, you feel pretty comfortable. He's not being totally dishonest. Perhaps he may be hiding things and acting reserved, but he's very upfront with you that he's in no way control of himself completely. Like he's been turned into a vampire. He's under the control of another, and he's also harboring this sentient weapon.
That I've been trying to convince him to hand over.
Yeah. Man, that music got, or that ambient noise got really loud all of a sudden.
It did. How much further, Lucan?
He looks at you and he says, "How am I supposed to know? I saw the same place you did from the ship, and I'm simply,
I didn't see it at all.
Oh, that's, well...
I think it probably would have been me, because didn't I roll high?
It was.
Oh,
it was
okay.
You. Randall was too busy trying to make sure that poor Henry survived.
Yeah. Yes, Henry, the ship's mate, who will probably get a promotion of some kind and maybe even a level someday.
I want a promotion.
No.
I'd be happy with just a level at this point.
Oh! Is it a shot at me? The dungeon master?
I would never do that
Oh.
to my dungeon master.
That just hits right in the heart, everybody.
Guess everyone's gonna go for Randall now.
As opposed to usual. I was gonna say, that's almost like Ben saying, that's a shot right to the heart. If I was a DM who had a heart. Now, on to the bloodshed.
Fair enough.
I was gonna say, you're sitting there saying it's like they're all gonna go for Randall, as opposed to what they normally do, which is not go for Randall.
Which is not go for Randall. To be fair, Lucan, at the ball didn't go after Randall.
Yeah, he did. He hit on me, and
Immediately.
then he charmed me.
He charmed you. That's different.
Yeah,
And it wasn't a pretty lady for him to flirt with, and then try to drink her blood, who then danced out of his grasp. That's the only reason. If I was a pretty lady, I'm pretty sure he would have gone after me. Instead, I'm a semi-gross dwarf.
someone might find that attractive.
I mean, someone married my dad.
Very true.
True.
All right, so it's still dark out, but the sun is coming. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is why you need to get under cover. And
Right.
as you guys get closer to this temple, you can see it. It's like across this area of very still water, and you can see the ancient temple rising into the night sky. The water surrounds it, even as the night enfolds it, and a stairway on the outside of the temple leads to a very broad doorway that opens into the darkness. Lucan, points it out to you guys. I have a picture of it, actually.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how well this is going to be.
No, actually
translated
not
to you
bad.
guys. Oh, wow. So that is the temple that you guys are approaching. You can see the water surrounding it. You can see the carved doors. And you would both know very easily that this is of the ancient Takani Empire, which was the Goblin Empire of ancient times. So are you guys going to do anything special as you approach the temple?
I'm gonna keep a wary eye because that temple looks an awful lot like something where people go to be sacrificed.
I'll actually let you make a history check.
Hey, the Boulder's Gate die is back on point today.
Okay.
That is I'm gonna guess 19. Yeah, 19.
So yeah, your assumption, like that eerie feeling of like, yeah, like some of these, maybe ancient faiths and stuff would do that kind of thing. It definitely is. This would have been a place where people would have when in ancient times would have gathered around it. The priest would remove the hearts or perform other kind of ritualistic sacrifices to the ancient goblinoid gods. Yes, Ashley.
I was gonna hide before I knew that too. I don't know that in character, but I was gonna hide anyways.
Randall looks at this thing and he makes this underhanded comment to himself, and then you just see him pull out the flask and just Lucan, you're on the level, right?
On the level.
I need to yeah. On the level, you're not gonna try and kill us in there, right?
No. It would definitely. To put it bluntly, I feel like I need you because I don't think we've seen the last of Krieg.
No, based on our past experience, absolutely not, lad.
I have an unnatural 20 to hide.
Okay, so where are you hiding?
Where is there to hide? Is there trees or?
I was like, are we on a path or are we in an open field in this thing?
Oh, I thought we were in a forest.
You guys are in some, moderately thick forest, and then you've come to a more cleared area where water has just kind of settled over the years. So there might been an overflowed stream that has come into this, or a runoff area got dammed up. So there's definitely a substantial amount of water on the ground.
So I can't hide and follow?
No, you won't be when you guys go through the water here, you will all be in the open.
Never mind then.
No, Navarre. God bless it, that stupid tiefling always disappearing.
I just show up back behind you.
Hey, you! Don't do that!
What is
I'm a little
fun?
jumpy right now.
Yeah, it's kind of we gotta cross water.
Randall just trudges in.
Okay.
Watch him just fall into a hole somewhere in the water and disappear under the surface for a sec.
So it goes up, past your knees. At some points, it does dip lower and go up to your waist. Lucan slowly begins to follow. He does not seem to be very happy about having to get so filthy, but
that's a little chilly.
I slowly start following too. Can I do a perception check to make sure there's no one in the temple?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh. Oh, I missed my perception character. 12.
Yeah, every time.
So Navari, you don't see anybody in the temple. The water moves a little bit, you can see ripples that could be from fish, insects, or other things just kind of dropping into it or moving throughout it. And you guys, you're probably about 100 feet away from the temple when you started, so now you're about 70 feet away from it.
Doesn't look like swamp water, does it?
I was gonna say, is it swamp water?
There's plants coming up through it, some trees. It is a good way to describe would be swampy. Yeah.
Swear to
we
gosh.
Just walked ourselves right into a mangrove swamp. Great.
I swear to gosh, if I get grabbed by a snake or something, I'm gonna murder someone.
Pretty sure if you get grabbed by a snake. And just then, DM rolls a die.
I was waiting for it.
That's
So
not
it's-
usually in my trousers.
So as you guys are traveling through, this Lucan lets out a gasp and goes under the water. In
Oh,
a
it wasn't
flash.
me.
I'd like you all to roll
he's
initiative.
gonna be a lot more disappointed now. He's gonna be filthy.
Oh, initiative. 17. And we
Here's
have to
everyone's
save
like
him. He
that.
hasn't given us the sword.
We don't have to
That's
save
true.
him. We don't have to save him.
No, you
He
don't.
has
You
the
just
we
use
just
sword,
have to
the
save
sword.
his body.
I know, we
Yep.
need the sword. But, like, if he dies, he goes into smoke.
Potentially.
Oh, wait, I
You
don't
don't
know that
know.
in character. Never mind.
Like, there's no guarantee, lass. I've never actually encountered a vampire. I don't think I gave you that kind of
I
information.
don't know that. I'm sorry. Never mind. I don't know that. We
That
just
sounds
need
like
the
myth and
sword.
hocus
It's in the
pocus.
glove.
So Navari, you just see Lucan, who is actually like in front of you, and between you and Randall. And just something drops him under the water with a big splash, and you can see
Right
like
as-
bubbles coming up, and nothing else for
Right
a
as
moment.
this lead up, Randall's over there going, you know, this swamp reminds me of a story, lass. I recall this time when we were knee deep in muck like this, and
Please grab me. Please grab me.
I could be talking a mile a minute. Anyway,
Yes. Anyway,
because I'm basically pointing out that he's behind me. You said then?
mhm, yeah.
Yeah. So I have absolutely no idea.
No,
I'm
not
just
yet. No.
walking and talking.
For all you know, he just stumbled for a moment. So Navari, what would you like to do?
Randall, there's something in the
Yep.
swamp. It just took Vampire Boy.
But wait, what? And I turn around.
And you see that he is completely missing.
He probably fell in a hole. Probably best to drag him out of that hole.
I'm not strong. And I can't
Another-
see it, right?
No,
Is the
Not at the
water
moment, no.
all murky, or is it
the
like...
water's murky. It's dark. The only light you have is from the
I have
stars.
dark vision.
Yeah, but that's black and white.
True.
Yeah. The water literally looks like a surface of like a black mirror.
Oh, and I can see bubbles?
Yeah, a few, and you can see the water being heavily agitated, as if Lucan is struggling, perhaps underneath it. But
Do I assume that the bubbles are coming from Lucan, who's undead, or the creature?
I'm gonna leave that to you.
Do I stab down?
You know, I remember reading a story about this once. It was about an anaconda. Thing was huge. Used to just grab people under the water.
Oh, how deep is the water where we're at?
I would say probably past your knees, so like a foot and a half, 2 feet.
Can I dive under and try and see?
You just want to like dunk under? Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Go for
dunk
it.
under, see if I
Okay.
can try and see what's grabbed him so I don't stab him.
Okay. So Navari, you are going to duck under the water,
Mhm.
and you start to see the outlines of this strange beast.
Yeah, great.
And there's tentacles flailing about it. It has this giant open maw. However, this one isn't much bigger than you guys, but you can also see that Lucan is like wrapped by one of these tentacles, and it's like around his neck, and he's trying to pull it away from himself just to get free, and he can't talk to you because he's underwater, and
Mhm.
he just looks super angry.
Am I still able to attack or no?
I will still let you have an action, yes.
Okay, can I stab the tentacle that has him?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm assuming I can't have advantage.
No.
worth a shot. 18 to hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
Do I get the sneak attack or no?
In this instance, I'm gonna say no. Because Lucan cannot help you right now.
11 points of damage from my silver dipped rapier.
Okay.
Oh, it just got real, lads.
Let me turn up the music slightly. It's the battle music with the night music.
So the creature rises up out of the water a bit. You can see that this thing doesn't seem to be... It seems to be, stands like fully maybe about 3.5, 4 feet tall, but it's really thick and sturdy. And it has these long spine tentacles that Lucan comes up out of the water. Get this off of me!
I was gonna say, did me attacking the tentacle help at all, or no?
Not yet.
Okay, can I take my bonus action to dodge?
Yes.
Dodging.
And the creature swings a tentacle in your direction, Navari.
What?
Well, there's at least one nat 20 in there. With a face like that.
And Navari, you were like focused on, his tentacle batting away at it and slipping underneath it. And as it comes straight for your face, you duck down just at the last possible second. However, this creature seems to be pretty smart, pretty quick, and lunges at you with his open mouth. And it clamps onto you with these big, sharp, saliva-filled teeth.
It's gonna get infected out here.
I hate church missions so much.
Navari, you take 14 points of damage.
I hate church missions so much.
And you must make a Constitution saving throw.
I hate church missions so much. That is a good old 5.
Alright, lass, alright, I get it.
Okay. Randall, what do you do?
I looked at Lucan. I looked at Navari, who just got bit.
Am I still in its mouth, or...?
No, so it bit you, and then you were able to shove away, so you're not, like, grabbed by it like Lucan is.
You know, I once saw a Komodo dragon do something similar. They called it the walking plague. You might need to get that looked at. And Lucan, what the hell's wrong with you? Come on, you get out of that yourself. And I'll hit the thing on the rump with my hammer.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 22. 23.
Nice.
For... for, 12 points of damage. Will that be bludgeoning damage?
Okay, so your hammer strikes into the thick, leathery hide of this thing, and it lets out a hiss kind of howl, like.
Yep, and I'm hitting it on the butt, and I'm going, yeah, come on, let it go, yeah.
And Lucan is like just holding on for dear life, and you can see him starting to make progress as he pulls away further and further from the creature. And he is able to like just pry at it, digging his hand. Like you watch as his fingertips actually puncture the skin of its tentacles. He pulls it away and breaks himself free. And he shakes his head, and his long hair splashes water everywhere, and he's like,
there you go, lad. Good job.
Made a big mistake. So that is his action for the turn. So Navari, we go to you.
Oh, I can't really do much except for hit it. I'm gonna try and hit it. Can I make it so I can flank and get advantage or not here?
Yeah, absolutely. You can reposition if you like.
I would like to do that. I rolled really bad. It's a good old 11.
So you try to stab into it, but you just don't get a good spot. You find like a part of it that like it's just really thick and blubbery, and your rapier doesn't even puncture it. Like you just can't get enough force to jam it through it.
Hey, I use my bonus action to dodge.
Absolutely.
Do that.
So the creature kind of like howls like those nasty sharp fangs and those pointed tentacles and starts kind of flailing them about, spinning in a circle. So it's in a sense like trying to get a grasp, but there's 3 of you and then you guys are kind of positioning to surround it. It seems to realize that Lucan is not the tastiest morsel amongst you and swings a tentacle towards Navari.
Oh, poor choice.
Damn. And also at Randall. And
Yeah,
Randall,
there
you
go, right here.
feel it wrap around you. A few of its like what do you want to call it? Like a few of the spines get to your armor, punching through. At the seams, you take 3 piercing damage, and as it constricts you, you take another 10 bludgeoning damage.
We're not gonna be at all prepared to fight Krieg.
No, we're not. Did you actually expect to be?
I thought we'd be fighting him right now.
Randall, what would you do?
Now that wasn't very nice, you cuddly little monster. Alright. Actually, out of curiosity, can I position it all, or because now all 3 of us are surrounding this thing, are we not?
Yeah, but you are grappled by it at the moment.
Oh, am I?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that would matter though for my. I can't position then, because I can't move. But would I have advantage or no? I mean,
Yeah,
it
because
doesn't
Navari would have flanked with you, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Worse. Got it.
Oh.
Cool.
No!
It's still a 14 to hit though.
Okay, that'll hit. Yeah.
You stupid cow.
Murder it. Kill it.
14 points of damage. This time I'm slapping it right on the noggin.
So you hammer into its face, and some of its teeth puncture into the lower jaw, as if like crookedly. So you see it as it opens its mouth, and like more blood drips out of it, and a lot of saliva and just nastiness, and this horrible smell like surrounding it. Like this thing doesn't like just like the breath is just horrible, like horrible.
He's got like 3-day-old taco breath going on over there.
Mm.
And Lucan runs over to you, Randall, and starts grabbing at the tentacles. He takes the tentacle that's on you and just pries it off of you. You watch as like he digs, like it's almost as if he has like long nails, like claws in form. And he just digs them into it. He does a bit of damage to it, but most importantly, frees you from its grasp. Navari, we're back to you.
Flanking to try and hit it again.
Okay.
You smell what Randall's cooking? Will do ya?
The 19 to hit.
Nice, very nice.
Do I get sneak attack now or
You
no?
absolutely do.
Damn. Uh, 20 points of damage.
So Navari, taking this creature, in a sense, coming up from behind it with her rapier, aims for the soft spot on its, what would be where its spine is, and she puts her blade kind of through where, like, if it, had like a separate head entity, kind of where that is, and slides it as deeply as she can and pulls it out with a quick grasp. And for a moment, you actually see the tip of her blade in its mouth, and as she draws it back out, it starts to slump over. The tentacles just flail with one last moment of life. It just like kind of tips and sinks and stiffens and sinks into the water.
I just like
I
look,
take out my hunting knife and I cut off one of the ends of the tentacle as it starts to sink.
Okay.
look at the two of them. I'm like, any of you have any healing?
I don't, lass. I've got one potion of healing, and I got a little bit of lay on hands, and that's it. And then we're done.
Got it. I keep moving
So,
out of the water.
Yeah, I cut off the tentacle
Mm-hmm.
to look at the spines and stuff, and I basically wrap it up in a piece of cloth I have, and
Yeah.
then throw it into one of the side pouches of the haversack.
Okay. Navari, you look at your wounds, and they have like there just seems to be something like wrong. Like they're really deep, and they don't seem to be like they're gonna stop bleeding anytime. Like they don't. You've seen a lot of wounds. They're not gonna just stop.
That can't be good. Is what she says out loud, looking at them.
As soon as I get the beast tentacle secured,
Mm-hmm.
I walk over to Navari and I'm gonna pull out the healer's kit
Mm-hmm.
to basically tend to the infection that I know is probably sprouting there.
Should probably
Okay.
do it inside, though.
I mean, it's up to you, lass. I just know that the longer we leave a wound like this, the worse it's gonna get.
How long would it take us to get inside?
A couple more turns.
Well, Krieg and them could also be coming, too.
I mean, up to you. Let's go then. But just be aware.
What do you think is best?
Lucan's like, can we stop talking and get in there before the sun rises? And we're in the open.
No
Yeah.
one's stopping you, lad.
Alright, so he just marches in.
Yep.
Bitch,
Lead the way, lass. I'm behind you.
go in and take care of it.
We'll get inside the doorway, out of view of the front entrance. So if there's like a bend or a turn or a
Yeah,
hallway.
like first, probably like turn.
Are you trying to look up what a healer's kit can do?
No.
Or how much damage I take.
So as you guys go in to this antechamber, you see that the polished marble walls of the chamber feature wavy patterns that kind of remind you of like the ocean. And there are 2 rows of columns stretching towards a doorway on the far side, and each column has an 8-inch diameter disc raised along the surface. So the columns almost have this look that they're like octopus tentacles.
Great. That bodes well for us.
So much fun.
Hey, Lucan, you had fun out in the swamp, right? Lucan?
Not
gone,
really,
right?
no.
Oh. You see these markings over here, right?
Yes.
Be prepared for more of that.
Okay, Randall, I could
Yep.
use some help.
I was already tending to it.
Okay.
I was saying that while I was bent over trying to look at the healer's kit and the stuff inside of it to basically try and help you out. I don't know, it's up to you, Ben, whether you're going to say I have this stuff or not, but among the things that a healer's kit will have is salves. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's got bandages, salves, and splints and stuff like that. So up to you as to how if this is going to be even a remotely effective or not. And it's got 10 uses. So I'm
Okay.
going to go ahead and mark down, because I technically have 30 of them. 30
Holy
uses
cow.
then. Well, because Mrs. lady from before, your friend.
Lady of Legend?
Yeah, Eladrin or whatever gave us inside this bag had 3 healers kits.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
and since
I
I'm
totally
proficient with
forgot what was in
medicine,
that bag.
so out of curiosity, Ben, what do you want the check to be for this? Since
Medicine.
I am using, well, because I'm using the actual kit, so the kit can be its own roll, and I am proficient in healers kits.
Oh.
It's kind of like using thieves' tools, like you would.
Oh
instead
yeah,
of,
use
like,
use wisdom. Use wisdom
okay,
proficiency.
so wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a 12.
Okay.
Tending over Navari, going like this, tying little knots and bows and stuff, and be like, "Not my finest work, lass, but it should get you through this.
Can only hope.
Don't worry, I'll sacrifice myself before I let you go.
I don't
I'm
know
pretty
how
sure I've established that before."
don't know how much help that would be at this point.
Hey, if I collapse a tunnel on myself and them,
How do you plan on
might
doing
die.
that?
you just see him like pull off the freaking gigantic maul and be like, "This is a ruin, miss. This is a big hammer.
True.
And I'm a dwarf who knows how to bring down a room, if you know what I'm saying, when it's all stone."
True. Am I feeling any better, Ben?
At the moment, yes.
The moment.
Also, I look to Lucan and I go, "Lucan, where would you like to hold our last stand, as it were?"
I'd feel more comfortable a little deeper into this place.
Absolutely, but do you realize that the further in we go, the more likely we are to encounter more crap like what we just had outside?
I know.
Did I recognize that creature, or do I have any kind of insight as to what that creature might have been, or any information about it?
Roll a. Just give me like a knowledge roll.
Knowledge-
Just intelligence.
So just intelligence.
Yeah.
Cool, same thing. Not bad though. 19 on the die.
Okay. So you know that it's an aberration that in urban environments typically lives in sewers and eats garbage.
It's
and
generally good at cleaning out the trash, essentially.
yeah, and in more natural environments, it's a pretty like predator of convenience. That one was not fully grown, by the way.
Yeah, no. Randall got that because I'm like pretty sure I've had to clear a few of these out of some sewer systems at some point in my time, and I can tell you right now that was a juvenile. So just be aware, Mr. Lucan. There might be a few more, and they might be a bit bigger, and they might be a little more angry now that we killed their youngin'. Something tells me he wandered out to play and didn't come back home to stay, if you know what I say.
Yeah.
I was trying to see how many times I could make that rhyme.
I've personally never encountered one of those things. I have a
I've
question.
only read about them. Yeah, what's up?
Do either of you have any extra weapons?
I have a
I pull out
dagger.
I pull out the longsword from the bag. I've got this fine officer's longsword if you'd like.
He checks it, looks at it, swings it a few times. Good. I'd rather not use this cursed blade at my side. Not again.
Why
Is
don't
it
you put it
at
back
his-
in the glove?
I will say, is that his side or in the glove?
The gimmick of that glove was a one use.
Well, that's
More like a party trick.
It was a pretty cool party trick.
Let me see. So I gave him that sword, right?
Mhm.
There it is. I was like, I'm looking at my list for the bag, and I'm like, where is it? I don't see it in here. I look to him. I look to him as he takes the sword, and I'm like, you look like you could probably use a bit of this too as well. Hold on a minute. Yeah, here you go. And I hand him my flask for a sec so he can get a swig.
Unfortunately, as I've learned, this curse has taken away my ability to Well, obtain more courage or more happier memories from
Oh, I
drink.
didn't think you were drinking it for memories, lad. I figured you were drinking it for the taste at this point of finer things.
That's gone too.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
The only
This is
thing that I taste anymore is, well, let's just not say.
This is where we're making our last stand. You see?
well, and that's the whole thing.
Yes.
So basically what I'm gonna try and do is I want to figure out where we are in this place. And if I can, I'll use my stone cunning to navigate a little bit.
Okay.
To keep an eye out for pitfalls, traps, things like that, but also looking for weak points in the stone, so that on the off chance that we get pushed back, I can collapse a tunnel.
Okay.
Because I'd rather be trapped in here with whatever the hell's in here and have to deal with it than deal with who knows how many of Krieg's goons
Mhm.
before Krieg finally decides to make an appearance.
Question.
Mhm.
After we crossed the water, so I have boots of false tracks, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I make it look like so it's like a bunch of goblin feet once it came out of the water? Let me look up more the boots of false tracks to double check. Hold up.
What are you wearing?
Boots of false tracks. I don't remember when I got them or how I did, but I have them.
That's okay.
Let's
We can
see.
go back and watch all the videos.
When wearing the
let's see.
boots, you can choose to have them leave tracks like those of another kind of humanoid of your race.
Oh, cool.
So it wouldn't be goblinoid. You wouldn't be able to do goblin, but you could do like orc or
Yeah,
something of that nature.
or
Like if you wanted it to be monster tracks versus
yeah,
our-
monster.
Okay.
a medium-sized werewolf.
Medium-sized werewolf.
Maybe scare Krieg off.
I don't think he'd get scared.
You never know. I mean,
I was trying to like
he's nuts.
make it be
but-
like,
Navar-
yeah, we're
Navari
not
spent-
here.
Navari spends like 30 minutes just leaving like 20 different werewolf
Walking
tracks out in
around.
front, just milling about. Make it look like a whole pack lives here.
We didn't make it out of that water.
Out of curiosity too, Ben, something I wouldn't mind doing is heading back towards the main entrance and looking for a weak point as well, so that I could maybe collapse the entrance to this place, so that we might be able to try and get a long rest.
I want to hide.
Oh, I agree. But I'd like to at least slow down their progress in tracking us, because I don't know about you, lass, but I'm hurt, and I'm tapped on almost anything I can do that's useful.
I've already
Okay.
covered in blood.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna start, go ahead and roll me a stone cunning then. Okay.
Okay. What wisdom or
Yeah. Yeah. Wisdom.
wisdom again? Okay.
Like, I kind of feel it's like a gut thing.
Okay, so that is, well, I guess actually stone cunning is applied to, what is it? Let me look before I say anything. Whenever you make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework or are considered proficient in the history skill, and add double your proficiency bonus to the check instead of your normal proficiency bonus.
Oh, that actually is different than I expected it to be.
I thought it was something else. I thought it was interesting. Well, that's not going to be helpful. I rolled a 19 though. I'm looking for weaknesses.
Okay.
And with perception, I get I have nothing. So it's just a 19.
So in this open chamber here, the antechamber, the welcome area,
Mhm.
you don't see. This feels really sturdy, right?
Right.
Like really well constructed, but you also know that most likely, as this room goes kind of gently upward, that there's probably better places to make a stand or
Okay.
to board yourselves deeper into the place.
Okay. So I guess if I wanted to, stone cunning would allow me to with the stonework, I could make a history check on the stonework that made this place,
Mhm.
and I would know kind of a moderate layout. So if I did that based
Yeah.
on my stone cutting, it would have been a 24 or whatever.
Okay. Cool. Very cool. So what you would know is that like there's not going to be a lot of rooms going up. If there might be 1, 2 at most,
Right.
but going lower, um, there's probably a few areas that would have been for different offerings to the gods because this is a religious place. There's probably a crypt at the bottom, and the lower chambers are not only going to be larger, but most likely more defensible because they'll have more obstacles, more obstruction, potentially booby traps, because that's where that kind of the more important things that would be in
Are
a sense like the
kept.
tomb storage aspect of it, like
To
vault
stop grave robbers. Yeah.
yeah, would be lower, and then the upper floors would have been the services and
Okay.
things of that nature.
I got you. Okay, Navari, Lucan, come here.
Yeah. Hmm?
Here's the deal. Based on what I can recall and based on the stonework I'm seeing here, this temple, this place was built to house religious artifacts and to give offerings to the god. Now, sometimes it was blood sacrifices, sometimes it wasn't. They have crypts down below that I know of, or that there should be at least. The more defensible areas are going to be down below because that's generally where grave robbers are going to be more likely to go. I'm not real keen on perceiving things in my surroundings. If one of you might be more keen on perception or being able to pick out, traps and triggers, that might be mighty useful right now so that we could go lower. Else, I have no other way. I have no other means of trying to protect us at this point. I'd like to try and collapse a tunnel, but it doesn't look like the stonework is. It may not have been made by dwarves, but it should have, based on the fine craftsmanship I'm seeing
Yeah.
here.
No, this place is actually very impressive. It's why it's still standing.
Lucan
Lucan kind of looks at you and he's like, I don't know. I don't think I'm what you're looking for as far as finding traps and stuff. It's not really my area of expertise. Now, negotiations, swordplay, and before this, judging fine beverage, maybe.
Lass, you said you well, you didn't say, but you're a sneaky sort. You're not good at investigating areas and ferreting out clues.
I'm okay at investigating areas.
You think you could maybe try and see if you could locate a couple of these traps as we go lower? Keep an eye out for it?
I can try, but if I die, I want you to remember church missions are the worst.
I'd like to point out that you won't be dying today. Not as long as I'm breathing.
But I can try.
I really wanted to be like, you're a spy, right? You should be good at investigating.
My investigating is +4.
That's not bad.
It's better than my 0 and
Secret agent man.
The problem is sometimes my rolls are low. Like,
You can't. Your character doesn't know you roll poorly.
I know, but she's also injured, so going first is like,
She's about as injured as Randall is right now, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, Randall's hurt. He's less than half health right now.
I have 14 hit points.
Yeah, I have like 8 more than you. That's it. Which is actually what I think I have more than you normally.
Yeah, you have more than me normally. My max is only 34.
Yeah, so I'm only 11 more than you normally.
So Navari, you're going first then?
Yeah.
Just think this is like earlier on in our adventures when we were wee kids going on a dungeon crawl.
I don't remember knowing you when I was a kid.
Yeah, when we were squishy little newbies.
I don't remember knowing you when I was a kid.
Her
Pretty sure I
character,
didn't.
when we were level 2 players.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. Read between the lines, Navari.
So Navarre, you lead them up the stairs,
Ugh.
and you guys enter into the
Up or
next
down?
chamber. They actually go up a little bit.
Oh, weird. Okay. You're contradicting what I just told them.
It's okay. In Curse of Strahd, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played Curse of Strahd, in like the pre-game mission, you go all the way up to the attic to make it to the basement.
Sounds like every 7 Days to Die game I've ever played.
So you guys slowly ascend the stairs, with Navari leading the way.
Randall
you
stands
enter-
about 20 feet back, trying to be stealthy.
And you enter into an offertory chamber. And so in the center of it is a solid stone altar. And in the doorway, you can see that there's like a slot cut into the top of it. And along the walls are these faded frescoes of leering red-skid demons. And there's all these little hooks and chains embedded in the ceiling hanging down. And this altar, you recognize as a place where people would tithe or leave an offering, like a trinket, something they made, perhaps something they grew from a harvest, to show their respects to their gods.
You said there's like chains hanging down? Is there like clips like you could hook people in?
Mm-hmm.
What was the depiction of the god of this temple? Like, we had to have seen
It was like an octopus thing, wasn't
stone
it?
carving, right? You said octopus?
So like the carving, to describe the pillars,
Yeah.
they have like a resemblance to octopus tentacles, because they have like carved.
Is it
like,
more like
sockets
the
almost in them.
the creature we saw outside, like the tentacles?
no.
Okay.
I feel like we just walked into Cthulhu's lair.
Who's Cthulhu?
That's another great story I read once. Very, very insane people follow that man. Or thing, creature, kaiju, whatever.
Kaiju.
I'm down. We're having a private message here.
Okay, it's fine.
Ben's gonna kill us.
So, Lucan kind of looks around. He's like, I'm a little disturbed by the fact that this room is just so empty. And on the
Yeah.
opposite side of the room, just so you know, there's another doorway. And it also appears to go upwards.
You know, what I've learned from seeing stuff like that is you'll jinx yourself. Or jinx other people. There's a door on the other side, Wolf, that goes as well.
That goes up.
Is it up, Ben, or down?
Mhm.
That goes up.
We don't want to go up. We want to go deeper in, down.
Oh, you're the one that told me things.
I know. I'm confused. This layout seems
Chaotic.
different than. Oh, you monster.
Insane?
You know, I think I'm already starting to go insane a little bit. I'm hearing voices. That sword of yours, Lucan, it can't talk to people when it's not being held by him, right?
I'd rather not answer that. My
Is it-
sister said it would talk to her, and I never let her touch it. I didn't
Man,
want to risk her being under its control, but she insisted on coming in order to use it to barter for my freedom.
to be fair, your sister's a bit crazy. Last we left her.
On the upside, she is alive still.
I know. You seem like honorable warriors.
I look to Navari and I kind of like, you're an honorable warrior now, lass.
Oh, I feel
Get
so
used
privileged.
to the feeling. You're traveling with Randall the
I
Agile.
feel so privileged. I wonder how long that will last. I give
Till
it.
you do your
I
first-
give it. I give it a few days.
Till
maybe a
steal
few
your
hours.
next apple.
Pull out another apple. I'm just joking. I'm out of apples.
I guess. I mean, we can go through this door. It doesn't look triggered or anything like that, right?
Mm-mm.
I'm keeping an ear out for echoes of
Okay.
boots coming in behind us.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that, like I can hear us. I'm pretty sure they're going to be fairly loud because if he's coming in hot, he's coming in with a lot of troops. I mean, we can investigate it. That's the best I can tell you. This doesn't seem, the layout that I would have expected from this place seems to go counterproductive to what I expect.
So we should just
Basically-
expect the opposite of what you expect.
Yeah, I guess maybe if we go up, it's actually down. Maybe we're in the upside down. I don't know.
Are we gonna get lost in here?
Probably. If it makes you feel any better, I can tell you which direction is north right now.
Which direction's north?
I just point to north because I'm a dwarf and I can.
You're
tell
not
when I'm
wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. I had no way of I couldn't tell
Yeah,
you
you
if
have no
that's
way of
correct or wrong,
validating it.
but
Do you have a cartographer's toolkit? Because you probably would have had a compass there. You feel a draft go the opposite direction.
do I feel a draft?
Yeah. I guess. Let's just keep going. I don't know what else to do. We're just dawdling here.
Yeah. I mean,
Ain't
as long
no-
as there's a place to like hide.
Yeah, and if we can find a place where we can barricade a door with whatever we've got, that would probably be best.
Guess we're going deeper into weird, crazy temple.
We're going
So-
up.
We're going up,
As you
go
go-
down.
Forward, and you go up a little. You're going like further into the place,
Mhm.
like horizontally as well. And these stairs lead up to an opened double door.
I
This
ain't walking
chamber
in there. I'm peeking
is-
in.
decorated with carved animal heads filling the walls. Many of the animal heads seem to have gems in their eye sockets that glisten just a little bit, a slight green. A stone table occupies the center of the chamber, and lying upon that stone table is the skeletal remains of a large creature. Must have stood 10 feet tall in life, and it appears to have the skull is that of like a bull, so you can see the horns and the broken nose piece of this massive beast that was probably once sacrificed here.
You know, I think I've heard a tale or two about something like this.
Or do they any of them end good?
Oh, for the hero, always.
Okay.
When it's a horror story, not so much. Out of curiosity, from the distance we're at, then at the doorway, we can see the skeletal frame.
Mm-hmm.
And we see how far away is it from us from the door?
About 10 feet.
10 feet. Can we see at this distance if the bones look pockmarked or anything like that?
Yeah.
What color were those gems? You said they looked green?
Mhm.
No worry.
Yeah, yeah.
Lucan, either of you got acid resistance?
No. I'm a tiefling.
Because, you see them bones, you see there's a little pitting on the bones. You can kind of make it out from here. And I take I'm going to go into my pouch. You know what? I'm going to go into my pouch and I'm going to take out the remains of my net.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sacrifice my net, and I'm gonna throw it over the body. What's left of it over the body of the skeletal frame.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
So your net hits the body.
Yep.
And causes some of the bones to be disturbed and rattle and tip off the table and land on the floor with a clank.
Do they scatter?
Not like in
Or
a
the
big...
bones, like the bones stay together though, is what I'm asking.
No, they break apart.
Okay. That makes me feel
like
a little
at the
bit better.
joints and things like that would have to have tendons and muscles that are no longer there. But nothing else happens.
I'm gonna do a channel divinity and do a divine sense to sense if there's any or no, I don't even have to do channel divinity. That's just divine sense. I'm gonna do a divine sense to pick up the radius and 60 foot if I'm picking up any celestial fiend or undead besides Lucan.
Only Lucan. This 25 by 25 foot chamber is completely devoid of any excess life.
That's disturbing that it didn't trigger with the net. Well, you only live once, right? And I just walk in.
Okay.
To the dead center, I go and collect up my net, put it back in the bag.
So you notice that the skeleton of the large creature with a horned head appears to have a lot of damage done to its ribs, and there seems to be like insect husk kind of lying about.
Do they look scarab shaped?
No.
Oh, thank God.
They like much smaller.
I was just picturing the mummy here, and I'm just like, all of a sudden you're just gonna hear.
No, those are
scurrying
like
through the walls.
big. Like I'm talking like little, like things
like
that were probably at one point feeding
carrion
on whatever
beetles
was
and
left
stuff,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Carrion beetles. Okay. Well, whatever was here, like the chest, like the rib cage cavity in the chest, is just gone.
Like it was
like something smashed it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess you guys can come in. This thing looks like it was killed by some other means, not the acid. And it looks like there was just some like carrion beetles or some other form of carnivorous, undead-looking eating bugs that just picked it clean. That's why it's so pristine, other than the pot marking on the bones, probably from them getting at the marrow.
So you watch Navari kind of scamper off and take closer looks at the sculpted heads, and start kind of fiddling with a dagger at one of them. As Lucan is, well, this is very disturbing.
What do you mean, looking at all these animal heads on the wall?
I'm looking at the guy laying here on the table. I mean, don't you...
Can I gauge how old these bones look with like a medicine check or something like that?
Yeah.
Not bad, actually. 17. Like, I mean, I know obviously because it's bones, I'm not going to get a whole lot, but I should be able to kind of gauge, especially based on like the carrion beetle husks and stuff, that like roughly how old this skeleton might be.
Okay. So because it was in this place, it's probably surprisingly well preserved. We're talking thousands of years.
Lucan looks nervous, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I look over the body, and I pull out like a little magnifying glass from the healer's kit, and I'm looking at the bones and inspecting them and the beetle husks, and you see me pick one up and go like this. And then I look to Lucan and I go, lad, I think you can rest assured that whatever killed this beastie is long gone. This is thousands of years old. At least a millennia. It's unlikely that whatever did this to this creature is still alive in this room or in this temple. If it is, it's not here now. And I'd be just as happy. How sturdy do those doors look?
They're pretty firm.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'd be just as happy to use some of these bones and some of my netting to lock up that door so nothing gets in. You see the size of that thing's femur? It's huge.
that's my point, is that whoever killed this guy must have been quite the warrior to bring this Minotaur into here.
Well,
And end it.
As long as you're not stealing from this place and not touching what not be touched, I feel like we be all right.
So mind you, now Navari,
Yeah, Navari's over there playing with a freaking dagger as I'm having this conversation with.
she's examining the gemstones in the eye sockets of the sculptures, and
I purposely said that phrase to Lucan.
Oh, I know.
But I said it really loud.
yeah, really, yep, very, very obnoxiously loudly, as if to call someone out without doing it. So Navari, you realize that the green glint you guys saw when you walked in, all of those creatures, their eyes are emeralds.
Just looking at them. Then all of a sudden I just like turn around, I'm like, I just thought of a question.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what is it.
No, it's not toward you, Randall, it's toward Lucan.
Oh.
How did Krieg know you were on that specific airship?
That is a good question.
Weren't the plans, like, last minute to get you on that airship?
My feeling is my friends are not as trustworthy as I hope.
You think Naya turned on you?
I think someone close to her did.
Who else knew about you and the plans?
Who did Naya trust besides good friends? Like, who would have been her second in command if there were to be one?
I don't know. It's been a
Well,
while since I'd seen her.
I tell you this, that's a good bit of information, Lucan. We'll be investigating that on our way back, I think.
No one who thought of the question.
I know. That was a valid question, Navari, and I appreciate it. That was insight that I definitely didn't think of.
I thought of it while I was staring at these gems.
Yeah. Did you hear say what I said before, Navari?
No. What'd you say?
Oh, god damn it. Navari.
Yeah.
Lucan was concerned that, whatever powerful beast could do this to another beast of this magnitude might be a bit of a concern for us. But I was trying to assure him, one, that this happened 1,000+ years ago. And two, that so long as we're not disturbing or taking what ain't ours already, we aren't going to get into any trouble in this place.
Oh yeah, I didn't take anything.
No. God, I hope not. Unless you've got a bloody death wish.
No, I didn't take anything. Just hold up my hands.
I'm like, yeah, there's another apple in her hand. I'm like, didn't take anything, huh?
I found this on the floor in the forest.
That's a little that leaves more questions than answers. So let's just ignore it. Do you want to help me tie up this door and lock it shut so we can hopefully try and grab at least a little bit of shut eye?
Lucan's right there.
I got it. He starts grabbing the larger leg bones of this beast,
and I start taking my rope and
assisting you in barricading the door.
So when he cut free of the net, did he completely cut, or did he just cut like a hole in the
He cut a hole in it. Yeah, so he could it would drop down him.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do,
if you were to cut a hole like in a blanket and it would just drape down over you.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the length of rope that I use to drag whatever I catch in it, and then I'm gonna throw, once he's got the leg bone in place, I'm gonna use some of that rope to tie up the leg bone to the handles, and then I'm gonna use the net and put that over the leg bone on either side, and then use the rest of that rope to tie up the middle section that got cut and hold it taut together.
Okay.
And basically pull it in tight and use a slip knot to tighten it up on itself so it can't cinch loose unless I purposely pull the little knot to release it.
Yeah.
While we're doing this, can I be like, so what all am I not allowed to touch?
Anything
Lucan
that
just
looks
glares
of
at you.
value.
Don't touch anything.
I just sit down in the middle of the room.
I look at Lucan and I'm like, you realize you might have just signed our death warrants with that phrase, right? That's like telling a child not that they can't have the candy that you're holding in front of their face. And they're drooling, waiting for it.
I just sit down in the middle of the room.
To be fair, Randall, I may already be dead.
Beat you.
I mean,
You beat you.
you might be more dead, lad.
I understand.
You're in an unlife form right now, and there might be a cure for you.
I find that very unlikely.
Well, you're right. The church normally didn't go about trying to cure vampirism. They generally just tried to expunge it. But if there's a way to turn something into something, generally there's a magical way to turn something back.
Devora's
mean-
just sitting and watching them now at this point.
As we're finishing up the knots.
Yeah, she's just
Having the
staring like this.
And Randall looks at Navaria and kind of sighs a little bit and just goes, I'm sorry, lass, I know. It's got to be hard. You probably got an itch right now that needs scratching, so to speak.
Takes a bite of an apple.
I'm still fascinated by where you keep finding these bloody apples.
I missed supper.
No, that's not wrong. You were busy going through someone's personal journal.
I
Or
was
left
not.
Two of you.
It was-
So Lucan looks at you guys. He says, "Since I don't sleep in the traditional sense, why don't the two of you rest? Try to recover some of your strength."
Yeah, Randall's not feeling that one. Not so much.
Me neither.
Like, letting him take a watch doesn't feel real good right now. I'm gonna roll an insight check just to kind of gauge it.
Me
Okay.
too.
You don't trust the vampire?
To not drink the person's blood that he already tried to drink? No, not at all.
I rolled
Technically-
a 10.
Technically.
Technically, he doesn't drink Luna's blood.
I rolled a 4, so I believe him.
I rolled
yeah.
a 10.
Yeah, you guys
Um,
both. You're if he's lying, you're
It's
buying.
hard to tell. Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yep, if
I
he's
just look at
telling
him and
you-
I
if he's-
go,
Basically, right
Yeah.
now, if he's selling you beachfront property in Florida, you've bought it.
I'm
That's
looking at
the
him and
way
I
to
like,
describe this.
I such a damn honest looking face sometimes, I swear, it's hard to tell. And I look to Navari and I go, here, take this, and I cut a clove of garlic that I bought before the trip, and I hand her half and I go, rub this all over your body,
I
lad.
forgot about the garlic.
You want garlic?
We're hunting a vampire. Well, we were sorry. We were hunting a vampire, Navaria. Of course I brought bloody garlic.
Here, let me see one of the garlic.
Well, I
So
just
Lucan
Me another
just
one.
looks at you guys and he's like, "You know, I hated that stuff when I was normal, right?
which
Adds
means
insult
you'll
to
have-
injury."
Well,
Wait,
it's not insult to injury if you don't come near us enough to smell us.
You know it's good for you?
Not anymore, it isn't. I looked to Navari though, and I'm like, "You're like."
I'd rather
"Hey, can
not
I-"
chance it. Don't worry.
He's like, "I can't see. I want to see some," and I'm like, "I just cut a clove, like a whole a whole bulb of garlic in half, and just handed you half."
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So there's all these oils and juices pouring out, and I'm just like, you just see Randall going, ah da 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 da. Oh, hold on. Ah, da,
I
da,
Look at
did
the
da."
bar
not
of
do
soap.
that.
Look at the
Yeah.
bar of soap. Oh my god.
Yep, and then Randall
Oh,
goes
this
into
son
the
of a
far.
terrible joke.
Yep.
GG, please forgive me.
I take one of the pieces and I just throw it at Lucan's feet. See if it did anything.
He like steps back from it and just kicks it away. Like,
Lass, he
This
doesn't
isn't
like
funny.
the smell. The hell's wrong with you?
I just
We need to
take
get
a
along
piece
with
and I
him.
throw it at Randall.
I pick it up and eat it. Not wasting good food. Mm. Strong. Mm. Strong.
I'm not
that's
rubbing
good.
this on me.
Well, then just keep it in a pocket. Up to you. And then Randall goes into the farthest corner of the room, away from the door, and is gonna lay down, or not lay down. He's gonna prop himself up against the door
mhm.
and take his hammer out and stick it literally, like across his chest.
Yeah. So like,
and just
if
sleep like
somebody
this. Yep.
bangs into the door, you're gonna wake up ready for action.
Hey Randall, can I have my scarf back?
Mm. As he takes a swig of his whiskey before bed. Yeah, I guess. And he takes it off and hands it back to you.
I wrap it around my neck.
Yes, because that's gonna protect you from.
I'm still
Never
wearing my
mind.
scarf. Mine. Don't judge me.
It,
My scarf.
it was a great loner. Randall's asleep
Okay.
within minutes.
Yeah.
Like, he's used to
No,
sleeping in
because
the
it's
most
like,
absurd
I mean,
places.
you're like, you guys are like on like,
No,
yeah, think
we
like,
slept on the ship.
Yeah, we
oh,
slept on
you
a trip.
did.
Yeah, we slept
did
on the
sleep
ship
on the
before the
ship, okay.
battle, so we actually
But
were
still, you know,
solid.
it feels good
Yeah.
to get some rest.
Oh
So,
yeah,
Mari,
no.
are you gonna go to sleep too?
Ben's over there like, no.
I really don't want to.
No. I mean, you trust him.
No, you
Did
don't
you?
trust me, but you trust.
No,
Lucan.
you trust Vampire Boy.
Wonder boy, what is the secret of your powers?
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
What's it look like he's doing right now?
He seems to just be, you know, looking around the room, examining it, just almost like studying it, taking it in, trying to maybe get a better understanding of what, you know, like he paying you guys no mind, but trying to occupy his own mind because there's really nothing else for him to do right now.
Hey, do you want to put that sword in the bag? Magic bag?
Are you? Oh yeah, that's right. You're talking to him because I'm.
Yeah,
over
I'm
there.
talking to him.
Navari, roll a persuasion check.
Gosh. Oh, I rolled low. That makes me sad. I use my inspiration.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you have inspiration.
I
used mine
do.
a while back.
It's my last inspiration. Persuasion or deception?
Well, you're just being, you know,
Okay,
forward.
unnatural 20.
Okay. So he reluctantly, it's almost like if like he grabs the sword, but it's almost as like he physically can't hand it to you.
Sentient swords be a bitch.
Can you do it without touching it? Can you, like, knock it off? In the bag?
I can't.
What the shit? Don't laugh at me, Randall.
My branding.
So Navari, do you go to sleep as well?
Well, I really don't want to, but...
You really need to rest, though. I mean, you guys have taken quite a whooping.
I don't trust you now, Ben.
You should never trust me.
Well, YOLO. Suppose I will. But I'll have, like, the garlic out.
Yeah.
Put a small circle around me. The salt circle, but of garlic.
That's, yep. All right.
Randall lets out a fart.
I'm not near him.
I chose the farthest point in the room I could go.
Not near him.
So we are gonna take just like a 10-minute break. Okay.
I don't have a break screen.
I know we gotta work on that. We'll get one, but we're definitely not done tonight. We're just gonna take a 10-minute break there so I can stretch and get a snack real quick. Okay.
And then think of how he's gonna murder us with a vampire.
Oh, I already know how I'm doing. No,
Got
what?
it.
I already know how I'm gonna do that. Do we wait before we break? do we get the long rest?
No.
I'll tell you when we get back.
No.
Monster!
I knew I
I'm
shouldn't have
like, Navarre,
slept.
you could absolutely take a point of exhaustion and use your hit dice to recover hit points.
Oh wait, I can do that, can I? I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it too
I
late
mean,
to do that?
Ben's
No.
you're gonna have to roll a con check at some point, but
What's the point of exhaustion do it in?
It gives you disadvantage on all your skill checks and
yep, all ability checks.
all ability checks.
So
But
that would
then
be
when you
like
get to-
stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
But I have the Cloak of
Mhm.
Elven Kind, so it'd be one straight roll.
Yep. Yeah. Because advantage always cancels out disadvantage regardless.
But would they still have disadvantage when spotting me? Because the Cloak of Elven Kind gives me advantage on stealth, but also them disadvantage on
Yeah, that
spotting
would still
me.
that would still be an effect, like the magic items
Mhm.
effect. Yeah.
I was like, all I know is Randall needed the rest, so Randall's out cold. I will be back in 10 minutes then.
Okay.
Or
So actually, if
thereabout.
you just want to put our just put the starting screen up.
Yeah, I might do the short rest, but if that's okay. Or, yeah, just do with the hit dice. You good?
All right, guys, welcome back. Randall, you are still asleep. Navari, while you're resting, you look at the wounds left to you by that creature, and they still seem, they've seemed to be like a very unnatural color. So I want you to roll a Constitution save, please.
Gosh, dang it. 12.
So I know you used a short rest to get
Mhm.
yourself back to full hit points, but your hit point maximum is reduced by 3.
By 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just as a point of reference too, Ben, when I did that healer kit and checked her wounds and stuff, was I able to establish what was going on with it?
It's... You were right. It's a really bad infection, and
Okay.
you've been able to lessen.
Because that's
It's...
as a point of reference, Randall would have, before going to sleep, used up his remaining pool of points from his lay on hands to try and cure a disease.
Okay, how many did he have enough to do that?
I had 5. I saved 5.
Okay, then yeah, okay, then Navarre, you're okay then. I'm sorry. My bad.
Sorry, I just because I was like, I would have
okay.
established what it was before we went
Sure,
in deep,
yeah.
and
No, I
then
understand now.
and then the minute we had a secure place and I was ready to pass out, I'd be like, Navarre, come here.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so I don't. My hit points are fine?
Yeah, no. The disease, the infection has been removed by Randall before he went
Okay.
to sleep.
Man, I could have not used up all my hit dice. Oh
That's
well.
okay. Too
It'll
late
be
now.
Fine. Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah,
Well,
you
actually, he
still would
wouldn't
have needed.
No, because yeah, he instead of giving you hit points, he used it to.
Oh,
remove disease.
okay. I didn't know you
Yeah,
could do
so
that. I'm sorry.
It's an either or.
Okay.
Yeah, so with my lay on hands, I can literally remove 1 poison or disease
Mm-hmm.
with 5 of the hit points,
Oh.
or I can heal you.
Oh.
And I had the 5 pool
Oh, that's pretty cool.
in case in case you or Lucan went down, and I could just walk over and go boop, 1 hit point, you're back up. Let's go.
Yep.
Makes sense. That's actually pretty cool. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. I haven't played a paladin before.
No worries. That's why I picked paladin, because he's the field medic. He's really good at stupid situations when they get crazy.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Sorry to
Continue.
retcon on you, Ben.
No, you guys are fine. That's the thing that's like cool about like pen and paper role playing is that we can do that whenever we want.
Retroactively, I killed Krieg when he tried to run last time.
No,
He's already dead, right?
no.
No, retroactively, I killed Creek before the game.
Oh, there you go. That
Remember?
works.
Remember?
We've just been fighting his phantom, his ghost.
He's actually undead too.
He cloned himself.
You're
There's a
muted.
lot of
There's a lot. We're actually running into a different Krieg every time. They just all remember Navari. They've all talked about Navari, and they're like, that darn woman.
He's quantum leaping. He's like Agent Smith. He just keeps possessing different people in the Matrix to come after you. Navari. It seems that once again we are at an impasse. Perhaps you will see things my way and finally give up this foolish crusade.
For a moment, I didn't know if you were Krieg or if you were Lucan for a moment. I'm like...
Randall in his sleep. Lucan lying!
Oh, God.
I mean, if I got in real life, I may as well do it in game life.
So, Randall is sleeping and talking to himself just a little. Navarre, you've opted to not sleep, so you can keep an eye on Lucan. Lucan looks at you, and it's been about an hour, and he's just been very quiet. And he says, Navarre, I'm going to explore this place a little deeper.
I don't think that's a good idea.
What's the worst that could happen to me?
A lot of things, probably. Another thing can, like, start talking to you in your head. Those people could come break through that door, and you'll have to battle them yourself.
So he walks up
this room.
He walks up. Yeah.
There was another way out? I thought that the door, I thought we came into a room that was closed off, and that was the one way in and one way out.
Well, he can turn himself into gas.
Got it. Never mind. I was just making sure there wasn't another fucking door that I missed. I was gonna be like,
no. He can literally, like, he can do things you can't. So he can explore in ways you can't.
Got it. I was just making sure I didn't miss a door somehow, and be like, well, this is a huge breach in security that I missed.
If he tries looking at me in the eyes, I'm looking away, by the way. Do that charm effect.
Yeah, you look away, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, you just hear, and he's gone.
Well, I'll keep an eye but I won't make eye contact. I'll watch him from, like, the corner of my eyes.
So he's, like, just talking to you, so he's like, Navarre, listen. We may have missed something in one of those other rooms. It's in our best interest that somebody scouts it out. So why don't you just let me go?
Sorry, I'm watching.
We got nothing to lose, right?
The sword?
Is it that important to you personally?
Personally? Eh?
Then just stay here, look over your friend, and I'll see what I can find.
Why are you so adamant at exploring this place?
So Navarre, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Randall's not going to be the only one that calls him handsome.
3.
You couldn't have rolled lower. I love it.
I know.
He's so handsome, isn't he, Navarre?
So Navarre, you fall under his charm and will trust him, basically, that he's not gonna just take off on you guys.
Okay, go exploring.
Alright. I promise. I won't be gone long.
As long as you promise.
I mean, the sun is coming. If it's not already up, it's not like I could leave this place.
12 hours later.
Well, how are you gonna get out?
Well, there's a few advantages to my condition. And you watch him as he turns into like a vapor, and he just zips on past Randall. Probably like a cool breeze going over his skin and his sleep. as he goes through the other side of the door, and he's, stealthy and quiet, so you don't even hear him.
Oh, he's gone.
As he goes by. No, no, hurry, close the window.
So an hour goes by, 2,
Oh, he lied to me.
then 3,
He really lied to me.
4, 5, 6 hours. And Randall wakes up.
I was gonna say I have one more before I'm awake. But that works.
Yeah.
Oh. Pulls out a flask. Like a water flask this time. Takes a huge twig. I'm gonna have to brush my teeth with a twig or something when I get out of this place. Whoa. Hey, Navari, how you feeling over there?
She looks like she hasn't slept.
So pretty good. Got it.
She's just staring at the door.
Where's Lucan?
Hmm?
Lucan, where the hell is Lucan?
Vampire boy?
Yeah, vampire boy.
Oh, he said he was gonna go explore a while ago. Said he was gonna be quick. He lied.
Okay, first off, what's a while? Why did you let him go? And how long has he been gone for? I'm watching her count out on her fingers. Great.
When did you fall asleep?
Oh, dear God. All right. We need to go find him.
He asked very politely. Why are you staring at me?
I've been there before.
Then where?
Yeah, just come along.
Why?
Randall goes over and takes a knife.
He was
out
looking
and
at your eyes because they're a little glossy.
Why are you looking at my eyes?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go.
I'm not into you.
I'm not new that way either, lass. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Where are we going?
To find your new friend.
He said he'd come back.
Yeah, how long ago?
When
Yeah,
did you fall asleep?
Exactly, let's go. And Randall's gonna take out his hunting knife and just cut through the ropes and just march out the door.
You should be quiet.
So yeah, you guys unhook the door. You go back down the stairs into the offering chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And it appears that when you walked through, you missed something.
Of course.
On one of the walls, and there's now a hole, like a false wall, and a stairwell leading down.
Whoa! How did that get there?
Wasn't there before.
Maybe Lucan found something we missed.
God,
he
I
said
hope
he
it
was
was
gonna
only
go
Lucan.
exploring.
I really hope it was only Lucan that found this.
I told him it would be dangerous, but he looked like he could handle himself.
Yep. Come on, lass. Do you have any more wine in your wine flask, or do I need to fill that up?
Take out the wine flask. Empty. Why?
I pull out the wine keg I have. 3-liter wine keg, and I just fill it back up. And I'll be like, "Here you go, okay. Here you go. Take a swig."
And
I stick that back. I go, and I'm like, you just see me marching. I'm charging now.
I'm like, oh, okay, I'll follow. Maybe we'll find Lucan.
Oh my God. Let's see here. So let's see here. So Ben, based on what I know, retroactively, I'd like, if possible, I'd like to do a ritual cast of something.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna ritually cast so it lasts up to 10 minutes. I'm concentrating on it, but it's detect poison and disease, and it's the same thing as like detect magic or detect evil and good. For the duration, I can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of me. I can also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. And the spell can penetrate most barriers.
Nice.
So, based on that creature that we ran into earlier, I'm going to have that up and running
Okay.
for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, cool.
As I'm literally sprinting as fast as my dwarven little stubby legs can carry me.
I like to think you're running and I'm just briskly walking.
Yeah, pretty much. May as well be.
You should be careful. There could be, like, traps and stuff. You know, Vampire Boy, he, like, turned it into a mist thing. So we probably, like, can miss that stuff.
Well, I don't know if Randall can hear you as he's running through that passageway to a lower section. But you get down through a stairwell, and you end up in this chamber that has moss covering the walls. Some of it is growing upon tapestries that are hooked into the walls and ceiling. The moss is so thick that any designs on the tapestry are completely obscured. There's murky water covering the floor of the room. In the center of the opposite wall features a stone door with a crescent moon carved on its face. There's a dais on the side wall that has a set of large kettle drums. A double-ended mallet floats above them, drumming of its own violation.
That's not creepy.
What?
Did we recall hearing drumming before?
Did I hear drumming before?
How deep was this like, how deep did we come down?
Good 75 feet.
Right. So it's deep enough that we wouldn't have necessarily heard it. Is there light in this room or no?
No, just your dark vision.
Okay. Do I sense anything in the vicinity of me that reads?
No, not poison or anything like that. No.
Okay. That drum does not sit well with me.
Think Lucan came this way?
Are you literally fiddling with your... Is Nafari like sitting over there like...
School kid.
Like a schoolgirl like dreaming about the man of her dreams. Almost like she's writing in a notebook going, Lucan and Navari. Navari and Lucan. NNL forever.
Oh.
Ben, I look around the room, kind of take a quick brisk look at everything and kind of take in what I see. Do I see any openings, doors, or otherwise in this space?
Aside from the door at the other end of the wall.
I really want to destroy that the frickin' drum.
Really hope we see Lucan again.
You and me both.
Yeah,
last.
just the door at the other side of the room.
Just the door at the other side of the room. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of do a quick. I'm gonna do a search then, like a more close look, and I'll be like, Navari, help! We're looking for triggers or hidden doorways, like the one we just came through.
I look for triggers and hidden doorways. The investigation.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh, thank God. I was gonna say with advantage because I was helping, but never mind. You can't get higher than a nat 20. What's your total?
Oh, 24?
24.
24.
Right. You said 4.
I like to think while I'm looking, I'm also being like, you know, like I asked him for the sword and he tried giving it to me, but he couldn't.
Apparently you two got very chummy while I was asleep.
I think he got bored like an hour in.
Sounds about right.
No, I got bored.
that drumming gets like annoyingly loud to Randall, and he like walks over to where the drum is to see if there's anything banging on it.
But yeah, I got
You just see this small, like, crude mallet floating above it, as if it's, you know, by an enchantment or a ghost.
I grab the mallet and I set it on the floor. Randall literally cannot take the mallet, the drumming, or any of it.
Okay. It immediately stops.
And I'll be like, okay, I can think clearly now.
Do I
Let's go.
find any traps or anything?
You
Whatever
didn't
I'm
find any
seeing?
traps.
Okay.
The only thing that you were able to discover is that it's probably going to take some prying to reopen this closed stone door in front of you.
Randall.
Yep, I'm on it. Randall
Just-
pulls out a crowbar. Yeah, that should be in the handy hander sack now. Let me just make sure before I...
Navari gets
Yes.
forward and just pulls out her own crowbar. And
Yeah, I
gives
was
it
about to be
Randall.
like, I was just making sure I had one. I do.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm pulling it out and I'm prying open the door.
Okay. Roll with advantage.
With a crowbar, so strength.
Mhm.
No proficiency, right? Just a straight strength.
Mhm.
16.
So you spring the door open, and upon the other side of the closed door, you see 6 gaunt hobgoblins. Their skin is gray and aged. Their jaws are slooping low.
Mm-hmm.
And at the other end of the room, almost as if he's commanding them, holding some kind of like relic scepter,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is Lucan.
Lucan. Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm.
And he shouts to you guys, "This is not a choice I can make." So I need you guys to roll initiative.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, 5?
Yep. As soon as you started describing the monsters, I started rolling my initiative. I rolled a 6.
17.
So Navari, you get to act first. What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, I can't attack Lucan because he's my buddy. He's pretty charming. So suppose I'll attack a hobgoblin.
Okay. So Navari's gonna run into the room, and as you like have a moment to like catch examine it a little more, you see there are 6 caskets, it's like stone sarcophagi. All of them are opened, and throughout little alcoves of the room are goblin skulls. And this seems to be a burial chamber of perhaps where the ancient priests were entombed. Because none of them have armor or weapons, but they all have tattered clothing, bits of jewelry and baubles.
I just rolled to attack, is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I got 24 to hit
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
with my silver rapier. And cause no ally is in 5 feet, I get sneak attack, I think it is.
Yep, because you're a swashbuckler.
Yeah. Uh, 13 points of damage with my silver rapier. And I would like
Nice.
to use my bonus action to dodge, because I learned that was helpful. Spam the dodge button, guys.
Spam the dodge button. So the creatures, 3 of them fall back to almost protect Lucan, while the other 3 come rushing at, specifically Navari.
Oh my gosh.
The first one, with his bone-clawed hand, slashes at you, Navari, gripping into your arm, dealing 5 points of damage to you, but I also need you to roll a con save.
Cut. Lucan, I hate your new friends. Hold up, sorry. 5. 8.
Navari, you feel your body stiffen, as if you are overcome with paralysis, and you just go like as a board and hit the ground in the shallow water, landing on your back. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom save with advantage, please.
Me? Oh my gosh. With advantage. 16. I rolled 2
Okay.
15s.
So Navari, you're able to break yourself of the enchantment.
Which
The
one?
other 2, the mental enchantment. So you no longer perceive Lucan as a friend. However, the other 2 ghoulish creatures rush for Randall and begin clawing and slashing at him. One of them does hit with a 24. Randall, you'll take 9 points of damage, and please roll me a Constitution save, and I believe you will have advantage.
Is it poison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm asking because that's the only way I would have advantage.
Oh.
If it's not a poison, I don't have resistance.
Oh, it's
to it.
not. I'm sorry.
So then I just have a flat roll. Whoop.
Oh.
Right die, wrong area to be rolled. Don't worry, I have monkey toes. Oh, cool. 2. And you said what was it?
No!
This is how
Wisdom?
we die.
Constitution.
Constitution. Yeah, 4 total.
Do you have any inspiration?
No.
How we
So
die?
what happens, Ben? Am I paralyzed?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
cool.
we're both paralyzed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this
Yep.
will be a fast fight.
Yeah. How much damage did you do again?
9.
9. Got it. Okay. 30. Got it.
Okay.
Man, this will be
Yeah.
a fast fight.
Yeah, it will.
We'll never get
And
to
you
see
just see-
Navari's backstory.
No, because I didn't get to do what I was gonna do. I was expecting to get a chance to turn unholy because I figured these were ghouls or something. They looked very gaunt and similar to the creatures I ran into before.
So Lucan seems to get control of himself for a moment, but neither of you have a really good view of this. So you just hear struggling and fighting, and some bodies crashing into the ground as if being struck. Navari, go ahead and roll me a con save, please.
Oh, because I'm so good at these. I don't think I've passed a single con.
We just
You said
we
a
just played-
constitution?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
14?
just played The Witcher.
Did a
Navari.
1
You're able to stand up and act as you're able to shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off.
We just played The Witcher, and I just got eaten by those monsters that I told the human to run from.
4. What do I see?
So you see 2 of the creatures have been thrown across, like halfway across the room by Lucan, and he seems to be like arguing with the sword, with like a voice in his head. Like he's definitely has like an exterior struggle with himself right now.
Really want to murder Lucan? What's Randall looking like?
Randall's on the ground and he's got 2 of these things trying to gnaw on him.
I'm gonna go help Randall.
Okay.
No, even though I really want to murder.
Randall's holding his mace, and he's got his holy symbol out like this, and he's just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come behind one and stab him.
Okay.
Do I get advantage?
No.
16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Do I get
sneak attack?
I was
though.
gonna say, do I get sneak attack?
I may not be harrying it, but my dice have betrayed me this day. I like
15
that.
points of damage.
Whoo! So Navarre, you put your rapier through a second one as it turns, looking at you, and it retaliates by swiping its claws at you. Are you gonna dodge again?
Yeah, I'm dodging again.
You step back, avoiding the first one. The one that you initially started fighting with is now behind you, and comes up and also misses. However, the third one, the second one that went after Randall, starts dragging him towards one of the coffins
Oh, I don't like that.
across the room. So it's like,
Does it pass by me? Do I get an... Oh, wait. No, my reaction would be to have dodged, would it?
no, that wouldn't be your reaction, but it would have to start directly next to you to
Oh,
provoke
okay.
the attack.
Okay.
So as Randall's getting dragged away from you, the other three get up and continue to bombard Lucan, who almost seems like he's, because he turned on them, lost control of them. And you can see that like one of them has grabbed his arm and bitten him, another is like clawing into him, and he's just trying to throw these things off of him.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Randall, go ahead and roll a Constitution save, please.
14.
All right, you are able to shake off the paralysis and act normally.
What the hell? What's going on? What happened?
This thing is going to try to eat you.
Does that happen at the end of my turn though, or at the beginning?
Beginning.
Oh. Get off me, you bloody thing! And I'm gonna do what I was gonna do originally with the holy symbol still out. I'm gonna channel my my divinity to turn the unholy, and I need a wisdom saving throw from everything in a 30-foot, every undead creature within a 30-foot range of me.
Is that Lucan too?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
Because it says, as an action, you present your holy symbol, speak a prayer, censoring fiends and undead using your channel divinity. So there's no, I don't get to choose who's immune to it.
Okay, so Lucan is not affected. 3 of the ghouls are.
Okay, so they rolled above it. The other ones rolled above a 12.
Mhm.
Okay. Okie dokies. And I'm going to dust myself off. And I'm going to stand up and ready myself for more.
Okay.
What did your thing do?
So basically, all of these undead that are affected are each fiend or undead that can see me or hear me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw, blah, blah, blah. It is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. A turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from me as it can. And
Okay.
it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
It also can't take reactions for its action, and it can use only the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there is nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. That is the only things it can do.
Okay.
So
Sorry,
the
I
3
didn't
that
know.
are, I think the ones that are in front of you are basically now afraid of me.
Okay.
That's my turn though. Yep.
Yep. So you guys see Lucan. He seems to have like gotten back to his old self. He doesn't have the sword in hand, and he takes his fist and he punches it through one of the undead bodies, pulls it back out of it with like a, the black dried husk of its corpse dissolving onto him a little, and it drops like a sack of potatoes, and he shouts to both of you, "Run! Just get away from me before he gets control again."
The sword.
Navari, what do you do?
Stab the one that I stabbed before. It's 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
No sneak attack though, right?
No, you still get your sneak attack.
Oh, I do? Okay.
Yeah, because you're standing. As long as you're not, yeah, as long as you've got him one-on-one, you can sneak attack.
21 damage.
Nice! So you guys watch as Navari just like rapier whoop, lops the head off the undead ghoul, the undead hobgoblin, who's now become like this ghoulish feast-loving beast.
And I fancy footwork away toward Randall.
Sure, yeah.
Bonus action dodge.
Okay.
Hey Randall, do we want the sword or?
Yeah, we want the sword, and the sooner we can part him from it, the better.
Do I want to try putting it in the bag? He's not gonna part willingly.
Oh, I'm well aware. I plan on ripping it from his cold undead fingers.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. So 3 of them are running, and they can't do anything else. And one of them literally pounces on Lucan's back and bites into his shoulder while that is going on. Well, the other 3 are basically being forced across the room as far away from Randall as they possibly can. So Randall, what would you like to do?
Alright, do I have any more hostiles in front of me?
Nope, nobody's directly engaged with you.
And there's
Navari
2.
killed the one that was near you.
And there's 2 currently fighting Lucan.
1 fighting Lucan.
Okay.
And 3 of them are compelled to.
The Lucan, where the sword is.
Mhm.
And I am going to try and rip the sword from his hand. I'm literally going to grab onto the, because what kind of sword is it anyway?
So it's not in his hand. It's actually sheathed right now.
Oh yeah, then I'm absolutely
that'd
going to
be
try and grab
easy.
it and run.
Well, he's trying not to use it. Like anytime
Right.
that, like, yeah, like he doesn't
Anytime he
want to
grabs
touch
it, yeah.
this thing. Yep.
Put it in the bag.
No, and I get it. So yeah, I'm
Alright,
going to
so
try and
yeah.
steal it from him.
All right. Go ahead and I'm gonna have you just roll athletics, strength athletics. Go for it.
Okay.
See it, throw it in the bag.
To be a 23.
Whoa! Yeah. So you grab a hold of the blade and you hear this voice inside your head. Randall, betray your faith. Join us. And I want you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is it like a charm effect or something like that?
It is an enchantment.
It's an enchantment. I was just more curious if I get advantage because of combat. But that's fine.
Let's see.
Don't worry about it, Ben. 21?
Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah, so for,
I-
for a brief moment, you started to see, like, not just Lucan's face be twisted and warped, but you also saw Navari's face twisted and warped, and you saw the ghouls, the hobgoblins, just almost become, like, demonic in nature, as if something was, like, confusing you. Like, you didn't even know where you were for a brief second.
Yeah.
The flash, but you were able to resist it.
Yeah, so the sword says that stuff to prompt me, and I look to the blade as I pull it out of Lucan's sheath, and I go, Lucan, I understand. And sword, you're a fuckstick. right into the pouch on the bag, right where the longsword was.
The Hoover bag.
Yeah, the Hoover bag. It's going right into that pocket, and I will let the person on the other side, when I get it back to where it's going, know that it's in there, and they can pull it out with their own hands. I ain't touching it again. It's staying in that pouch. And I close it off. I literally tie off the thing, and I go, Lucan, let's be done with this now.
And the thing's biting into his shoulder.
Yeah, right. Well, and I back up. I'll take like a step or 2 back from Lucan.
Okay, so he basically like reaches over his shoulder because he's a vampire. He's very strong.
Right.
He just twists the head off of like the remaining hobgoblin ghoul. And he looks at you and he's like, "There's only one way I can end this. Get outside. As fast as you can.
I literally raised an eyebrow at that sentence. Okay, is that his turn then, or is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's up next then?
Next is Navari.
What to do? Look at Randall.
We need to go, lass.
Okay. Just really wanted to kill Lucan.
Don't worry about it. It sounds like he's going to do it for us.
Is there any... I look at Lucan. Is there anything you want us to tell your sister or anything?
Just tell her I wouldn't let those monsters change me at the end.
On my turn, as I'm backing away, I'm gonna step back from Lucan, like backing up,
Yeah.
and I'm going to start saying a prayer for him. Hail Urda, mother of beginnings, grant us wisdom of the deepest well. Hail Frigga, all mother of the heights, grant us the blessing of the offered cup. And I'm doing this as I'm backing away from him. And using my full move and action to move up.
Navari's too. I think I can use my bonus action to run.
Yeah,
as
you
well.
can clear more distance than I can.
Yeah, I don't want to get far away from Randall though.
So you guys make a break, moving your way up through the temple, back through the offering room.
Reach is gonna be on the other side of the door.
No, he's not. And you guys get outside, and the bright light hits you. You look up into the sky, and you can see both airships heading towards one another. You see arrows and ballista bolts flying from the Cloud's Destiny, as if they, because obviously he got it up and running again. And as you guys look back behind you, you see Lucan again, almost like arguing with himself, fighting this internal battle, this internal struggle. And he takes a step into the light, and his foot begins to smoke and burn. He takes another step, and his leg begins to do the same, and he just says, with his final breath, "Tell her. Tell my sister I love her." And he steps completely into the sunlight, and is just, in seconds, completely burned and destroyed, as if there's nothing left.
And the final words he hears Randall utter, at least, is, "Hail to the Silver Mother, Mother of Stillness, and grant this soul protection and guidance onto the other side." And I literally do like a Hail Mary kind of thing.
And that is where we end tonight's session.
Man, I really hope Henry's okay.
We're gonna come on back on the boat. He's gonna be pinned to one of the railings with like 12 arrows.
We can't. They're in the sky. We can't get up there.
I know. No, that's why I'm saying it. Like, we're gonna finally get back on this boat.
I don't think we're getting back on that boat. I think we're stuck off the boat and we're just gonna watch it and be like, what do we do now?
Well, how far did we get from port?
At least a day.
I'll have to figure that out, okay?
It was
Okay.
at least a day.
Yeah, I will have to figure out the mileage. But anyway, to everybody who watched, to everybody who's going to be watching this over on YouTube, thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying it. I know I'm having a absolute blast playing D&D with these guys and being able to do this every single week here at Heart of the Game. And, we just want to show just how, as you've watched past episodes, you can see, we've used props, minis, tonight we did everything Theater of the Mind. So, D&D is a really great game because you could still play it with very minimal setup. I mean, I have a headset and a webcam, and an internet connection, which we're able to still connect and game together, which is something that I think is really, really powerful despite everything going on, because we are still in a pandemic. And so, as always, please just wash your hands, wear your mask, be patient with people. It's extremely stressful on everybody who works in a job that you're interacting with the public. I we do what we can here at our store. I know all the LGSs that I'm aware of are doing what they can to protect their employees, protect their customers. Um, yeah, so just be kind to people, wash your hands, wear your mask, be patient, um, and again, I hope you're having fun enjoying this little D&D campaign that we have going on every week. And if you want, tune in tomorrow at about 8 o'clock. It'll be Paint with Your Pals. So if you've got a brush and some minis to paint, feel free to join us with that, or just hang out and chat. As always, if you've watched before, you just know that we bounce from some topics to topics, from hair bands to musicals to gaming. And good night, everybody.